Hi everybody, this now seems to be working. Now you should be hearing me. Hello. I'm from a completely new setup actually. I've got a capture card. I've got new lights which I can even control through this thingy if I want to change the lights and the colors. And the capture card might be a little laggy, but I don't know, it works, so whatever, I guess. How are you doing? Hello. How's it going? How are you feeling today? I will be starting in just a couple of minutes to review the icons of the distros. Yeah. I mean, in theory, like the title says, reviewing the icons for the distros, but the actual icons are not just distros. There's more as well. I didn't make the list. I just copied from somebody in the internet that sent it to me, so I just used it. How are you doing? I'm fine, actually. I think everything is going good enough. I'm working on some cool projects, doing videos. I'm very happy to do this live stream, actually. I really enjoy doing live stream, like being able to chat with you, see you all. It's something very nice. How's it going for you? Are you using a new camera? Yes, I finally switched to my main camera, which I've been using for videos for a little bit, to do live streams as well. And that changes a lot. Like, this camera is impressive. It's manual focus, which means that it's very easy to go out of focus, as you can see. But if I stay still, I should be in focus. It's a Fuji X-T3. And I mean, it's pretty good. I really like it. I don't know about you, but... Are you reviewing BSD2? The icon? Yeah. Sure, everything that's in the thumbnail every icon that's in the thumbnail I will review. Taking a break from doing homework. Oh no, I'm a bad influence. Yeah, this is kind of on purpose. I like doing this kind of things. Started doing KDE because of your videos, thanks. But Yakuake as a drop-down terminal is very bad. I'm not aware of any other drop-down terminal, but why is it bad? We should probably fix that, shouldn't we? What time is it? 9:01. I think we can start with the tiers. Yes, this is not the correct view, but this is. Okay, so tiers. Hello. I see people coming in. How many people are coming in? 15. Nice. 16 people there is. That's very nice. Which one should you start with? Which one is your favorite? Can you give me your favorite? Like between these 25, what is it? 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 26, yes. What's the prettiest one? Come on. Gento. Where is it? Here. I don't know. We'll see. So if I remember correctly, what makes a good logo? Oh, that's such a difficult question, though. Like, oh no. This is actually very tough to answer. Like, it should obviously be like aesthetically pleasing, but it should also be recognizable. And it should tell you kind of what the project is about, transmit to you something about the project values. I do realize that's kind of hard to do all these things together. There's a lot of love for Gen 2. Now, if I remember correctly, if I remember correctly, like this one is good and this one is bad, right? Because the colors seem to be the other way around, but I never do this kind of I never do this kind of tier list video, so let's start with Fedora. So this one is actually very pretty, and I love the two kind of circles idea that is also used for the general shape of the logo. I think it's a very nice logo. It works very well. I'm not sure if there's like significant meanings behind of it, except maybe there is an infinity sign if you look at 45 degrees, but I like it. Let's put it here. Ubuntu one isn't this this is the new one, yes. Yeah, this is the new one. I actually quite like this one too. It's reminds you of Facebook. Yeah, Fedora kind of looks like Facebook. The Ubuntu one I really like the colors. The color singular is very nice. I think it's very minimalistic, but gets the message across. It's supposed to be, if I recall correctly, like 3 people hugging, so to give a sense of community, which makes sense. And honestly, I mean, it just works. I would put it just as pretty as Ubuntu. You can start insulting me if you don't agree, by the way. This is like a Slackware, right? Do I have tooltips to help me? Okay, so this should be Slackware. Can you confirm this? Yes. Now, I really hope that the logo is being stretched vertically and it doesn't look like this. What did I just search? Slackware. It's not okay. It's actually like this. Oh, this looks stretched vertically incorrectly. To be honest, there's a lot of gradients going on. There's this double color to give some depth. Very old style. I don't quite like it. Especially at a small size, this white gradient around the black lettering doesn't work at all, in my opinion. It seems like a weirdish outline. This one I don't recognize. What is this? Help me out. What is this? I don't recognize it. What about Android? Android is interesting. It's very horizontal, and it follows the idea of like an Android's head. But I mean, it's nice. I don't feel like it's as nice as Fedora's and Ubuntu. Tilted. I'm not sure about that. This is Artix, or is it Arch? This is Arch. Which one is Artix anymore? Yes. Oh, like, come on. This is beautiful. Why this one would be absolutely beautiful if it was on the list. Like, this one I would give 10 out of 10. But we do have Arch, which is still pretty neat. Still pretty neat, this one. This is not their actual logo. Or Slackware, I don't know which one you're referring to. There's a bit of stream delay. How's this one? Let me see. There's a lot of not as pretty. This one is Alpine. Okay. Okay, so this is the logo. Okay, how is this? Put it on the list then. Yes, I totally know how to do that. I totally know how to do it. So I guess I probably should copy the image or download it. How do I add something? I have zero idea whatsoever. How do I don't even know how to do that. Do I have like buttons? Yeah, no. To the rows. Yeah, sorry, I have no idea whatsoever how to do that. Alpine, this is fine, I guess. It's a very weird shape, but the lettering is good. Let's get back here. Let's get it with Android, I'd say. Arch Linux is surely very good. I wouldn't say it's like amazing. I do prefer Artix, as you saw, but it's really good. It has a sense of depth with a double color again, but it does it really well. Then there's Debian, interestingly enough. How's Debian? It's surely bold. Yeah, surely very bold compared to the others, but it's an interesting design. It's okay, I would say. It's surely easy to recognize and such. Elementary OS is very... Yeah, it's not that good, but it's surely very good, yeah. Elementary, okay, fine. Elementary OS... How's this? We'll get to FreeBSD, we'll get there. No, come on, it's not that. Debian is not that good. Like, it's a bit, it looks a bit dated for sure. Elementary OS is it's extremely simple. It does it well. I wouldn't say it's super recognizable or transmits a lot. But I mean, it does its job well. FreeBSD. Can I get this one at a higher resolution? Yeah, so Debian is an upside down D. I guess it is. I don't think it's possible to recognize that if you didn't know. Elementary represent the distro, I feel like. Yeah, but it doesn't give much depth or feelings to me. FreeBSD. So this one is stuff like... the fact is that I'm a bit of a minimalistic person. There's a lot of skeuomorphism going on in this one. A lot. Like you've got, I mean, look at here. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. We've got a lot of reflections for the glass. Just in the main sphere, you've got this main one, but you've got also a lot of sides reflections. And then inside of it, there are so many lines going on. And then, of course, these two, again, lots of reflections. It's very well done in the sense of skeuomorphism. I'm not much of a skeuomorphic person, though. I would put it here. Because it's very much not my taste, but within the realm of not my taste, it's very well done. This is probably going to anger somebody in the chat, though. Yeah, the fact is that the Flutter version is easier on the eye, for sure, like something like this. But to be honest, if I had to judge this one is bad. Guys, this one is bad. High effort garbage, not what I would say. Pebian, yeah, yeah, sure. Where's KDE? There's no KDE. There's Conky. I guess it's fine. What about Firefox, though? This one is the very latest one, right? I think there's a new Mozilla logo, even more minimalistic. Right, somewhere. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one on the right. Super minimalistic. This one. To be honest, I really like it. I think it's very well done. And I'm not 100% sold on the visual weight of the icon, but I think it's really good. But see, the fact is, let's make everything flat. It's not like everything has to be flat. Like this Firefox one, I wouldn't say this is flat. It has some sense of depth, not through shadows and such, but there's lots of gradients going on, and there is like objects overlapping objects behind of them, like the head is overlapping the wall, which is overlapping the tail, but it really works visually, so I really like it. I really like it. Gento. Okay, this is one. This is another of those. We've got reflections, and it's 3D. Let's see a higher resolution version of it. Okay, this one looks better. How's Gento? The thing is, so number one, I don't quite like the color they picked. This is purple-ish, like it's not strong purple. It's like, but it's not even pastel. This purplish color doesn't vibe with me at all. And there are so many places like here, you do have a sense of depth, right? And all over the logo, this sense of depth is like being very rounded. You've got this highlight here, it's all rounded, except for the eye, which just looks like if it was cut. There's no rounding at all. Not into that, I'll tell you. Doesn't look broken. Yeah, I guess it's a fish head. Yeah, it doesn't work with me. Kali Linux, wow. Yeah, let's see Kali Linux logo, please. Full quality. Which one is it? This one is, I think, this is the one I was given. Okay, yes, this is the one I was given. So let's judge this one. What is going on in this one? It's not bad, but it's not what I would look for in a logo. I find it's very hard to think I would be able to use a logo like this throughout marketing materials and such. Like, just try to picture this logo as a profile picture on a social network. You wouldn't be able to achieve that at all. You would have to use something else. And this thing of using this bluish gradient as some sort of shadow, which isn't actually a shadow. The shape is nice, but as a logo, it doesn't quite work. Yes, and then we start with the things that aren't logos at all for some reason. We've got mascots. I'll judge this as, and this one obviously, as a mascot, not as a logo, for obvious reason. Like, you wouldn't be able to use this one as a logo. Official website, Kali Linux, right? Let's see. I don't know, this one is the one I was given by. Okay. See, they try to frame it in a circle, but it doesn't fit at all. Like, blah, 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 isn't... Like, come on. Look at here. This doesn't work, but... even if you go here and if you zoom in, you should be able to see I'm zooming in. Again, they do try to fit the dragon inside of a circle. It doesn't fit. You can basically not see, you can't see this dragon here. It doesn't quite work. So, Conqui, how's it as a mascot? How is it as a mascot? I mean, it looks nice. I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular, but Conqui is nice. It looks very well done. It's a little cute dragon. We have to give it a nice score. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's really cute. Let's be honest. This one is Krita's mascot, right? Which is called... I don't remember the name of the Krita mascot. Kiki. Right, Kiki. Kiki is good. Let's be honest. It's not the not really official mascot. Tyson. It's by Tyson. This one, right? Right? Yes, Tyson. He's good. He's really good. And Kiki is particularly well done, I think. It uses a lot of accent colors, blue and pinkish. And the shapes are very well defined without using too much shadows and such. For me, this is super well done. Yeah, I guess maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. What about the new Ubuntu logo? There's a new Ubuntu logo. I thought this was the new Ubuntu logo. Ubuntu logo. Ah, no, it's this one, right? It's different, right? Yes, they made it smaller. Oh, interesting question. How's this? You can totally see that it's done by a professional. Like even the choice to use a square which does not actually contain the logo properly, like it extends with top margin. That's actually a very nice choice. It's well done. And it doesn't lose that much of the original. I think it's still a very good logo. I would probably put it in the same position as... I know I know it has gotten a lot of hate, but to me it's just as good as this one, to be honest. So then we have this, which takes a puzzle and just crops, uses it as a mask for the Linux mascot, and then adds shadow behind of it. It gets the point across, but that's about it, to be honest. It doesn't do much more. I don't know. I think it's just as good. I don't know what's this one. You gotta help me again. I don't recognize this one. Somebody help me. What's this one? Meanwhile, Mint. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. Mint is actually really good, I think. There's a lot of colors. There's gradients, not gradients, but a lot of colors, but it works well. I don't see anything like extraordinary about it. Yes, there's a lot of old logos for some reason. I didn't make this. I'm innocent. I could have updated it, but Mint is well done. I wouldn't say it's like extraordinary, but I don't see anything bad about it. Maybe just, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Which one is Fedora new logo? I don't remember. Let me see. Which one is the new logo? It's this one, right? New logo, yes. 2021. Yeah, it's very well done. Yeah. Why is nobody telling me what this is? Please help me. This is Red Hat. I feel it's very nice that you don't have any sense of depth by the colors, but you can still... You do have some sense of depth with the black color though. Wait. Let me check. No, you don't have any sense of depth whatsoever with the colors, do you? Yeah, it's just red. But you can still put the 3D shape. It's Lispalian. Oh, Mark, hi. I'm doing the thing you asked. I'm doing it. And okay, the Lispalian. Okay, let me see. This one. Oh no. It's kind of cute, I guess. Why though? Like, kind of cute, but that's about it. Yeah, I can guess that. Yeah, I was wondering about Infinity as well. Got here, not quite, not quite. Rust, the mascot of Rust, I don't remember actually. Let me check. Yes, the crab. Yeah. It's nicely done. Go has a very nice mascot, hasn't it? Yeah, I mean, this is cute. This is so cute. Like, this is beautiful. Oops. Ubuntu's logo. Ubuntu. I guess this is the logo. Okay, so this one, very good one. Works very well. OpenBSD. Yeah, go for it, it's very nice. Ferris. Programming Mascot. Yeah, go for it. OpenSUSE. What's my favorite Linux distro? Tough question. I don't have one. Because to be honest, if I had to answer one, I would probably say Fedora, but I don't actually use Fedora, so it would be unfair to say that. What do you think about the JetBrains logo? Oh. It's nice. It's nice, yeah. It's a very well done logo. It would surely go towards the top. I mean, come on. Come on. OpenSUSE, it's well done, but to me, it doesn't feel as good as I would put it in the B one. Why would I do that? Because although it looks good as a logo, it doesn't work perfectly. It's very hard to say this in words. What about the Arctic's logo? As I said before, would totally be good, but I don't know how to add this. Kate Mascot. Kate Mascot is also very good. Right? Yeah, I mean, come on. Very good. Also, the version by Tizen, I don't know how it's pronounced, is really good. Same idea as Kiki, really. And same score. I'm not saying that, but yeah, in my opinion, I think it's the sweet spot. Personally. This one. Puppy Linux. How's Puppy Linux? It's so cute. The thing is, I don't think that it's a bit too grayish. Come on, the Lispalian. Come on. This one, I would say it's B. It's cute, but doesn't have the strength to go further. No, for me, it doesn't make it past B. I'm sorry. Oh, come on. Raspberry. You see, again, raspberry does things very well. Because you've got, again, a sense of depth. Not quite gradients, but it has a sense of depth without overdoing shadows and gradients. I think it's very well done. I'm not sure if I put it God tier or A. Probably A. But it's really well done. I really like it. This one I don't recognize. This one I really don't recognize. Our code mag. What's this? Temple OS. How should I? Yes, I'm sorry. How should I even judge like the Temple OS one? Because if you put it into context of what Temple OS is and does. Source Mage. Never heard of that. Source Mage. I just have to judge the logo, even if I don't know what that is. And the logo is really bad. No, the logo is really bad. I'm sorry, but it's big, bold, impact lettering thrown in, and then just a raven on top for some reason. Sorry, but nope. I have no idea how to judge Temple OS. I mean, it's Temple OS, so it has to go to God, right? Because of the name. You have to. Linux. Ubuntu Satanic Edition. Could you add void? I have no idea how to add things. I have no idea. I would have had more logos, but I don't know how to do that, to be fully honest. Linux, this is a tough one. Because it's Linux, obviously. But if you look at it, it's not that good. It's a bit oldish, and if you look at the position, yeah, it looks like it's just lying down after having eaten too much, just having relaxing. And GIMP obviously goes to GIMP, like that was the entire point. So that was it. This is my tier list. What do you think? You can now insult me or tell me that I'm right. What do you think? Honestly, I was keeping the GIMP category just for GIMP. Because, you know. PHP Mascot. I mean, we're doing mascots, so whatever. I didn't know it. Oh, right. Everything about PHP is not like. Look at the highs. What is this? I see people vehemently disagreeing. Sorry, the elephant. Yes. Okay, so we've had a bit of fun for 35 minutes. Again, I guess we can get to more like ask me anything kind of things. What happened to its tail? Oh my god, I didn't see that. What happened to its tail? What's that? No. Let's see. Where is it? I can find this. Linux, Unix. It's very iconic. I'm not sure how I would even judge this kind of drawings. What is purpose in life? Easy question. 42. How would you rate the plasma logo? It's okay. And that's it. The thing is, the plasma logo in Kickoff has to be monochrome. And being monochrome and simple takes away a lot of the fun. Like, these logos can be colorful and such. That's very fun. But Kickoff has to be monochrome and very simple. You cannot have fun with it. So can I... Hi, now you see my face bigger. And I want to change the cover of the live stream. Can I do that? To something like Nicco loves Linux, ask me anything, like last time. Where is it? Ask me anything live. Yes, nice. Boom. Done. The elephant got shot by a dart. Correct. Thank you, Mark. That was very nice of you, actually. The camera is a Fuji X-T3, which I totally love. It works very well with a semi-young 35mm lens. And it's very nice. Sadly, the quality is really bad and the frame rate because of the capture card, because it was like $10. And actual capture cards are expensive, but it's fine. You hate rounded edges. All rounded. Rounded corners. The thing is, I do understand personal opinions as such. Some things in design are kind of... there's kind of actual research to back them up. And for the majority of users, rounded corners are the way to go. And in fact, sharp corners can make something feel more aggressive. So it's not really a subjective thing. Designers aren't going for rounded corners because they're like, ooh, rounded corners. But they're actually better for the majority of people. Then, of course, it's nice to have themes to customize them away, but kind of have to have them. Can we move the home button of KD Discover from the bottom left to next the search, like we have in settings? Why not? It should be kind of easy to do if you want to make a merge request. I don't have any reason not to do that. I'm losing the questions, actually. What is it? Yeah. Why does the KD GitLab require full name? Yeah, no, we require full names because of legal reasons. We cannot actually have source code that's committed by a person that doesn't give out a full name, sadly. This is a legal requirement because you do have authorship on your code. It's not very easy to just give it away. There's a lot of discussions about this, and if you look around, there's a lot of code that's given by somebody whose name is clearly fake, and we cannot do anything about that. But in theory, we should make sure that everybody is using their actual legal name for legal reasons. How old are you? I'm 21, almost 22 in just 4 months. 21. Some logos do. Some logos do. Dolphins logo followed accent color. I thought like settings logo followed the accent color. There is this kind of things. Some logos do, and it should be easy to port more logos to it. Will my previous comment ever come true? Yeah, answer that. Okay. Fat floating panel fix when? Very soon. Almost done it. I almost done it. It was super hard to do, but I will probably 1 or 2 videos from now, I'm going to announce the new changes. Rounded edges don't look right because they have to transition to square corners. It is inconsistent. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Like, when should they transition? Will Plasma 6 have a major design overhaul? Always thought that the GNOME UI looked so pretty. On the same matter, will Plasma 6 have CSD? CSD, absolutely not. 0 chance. Major redesign, most likely not. Some design changes, but not a major redesign. How long have you been using Linux? Roughly 5 years, maybe a bit more. Kind of 5 years. Come on, come on. No comments, really? You're just gonna leave me hanging like this? It's fine even if you insult me for my selection of logos. Will Plasma 6 have Vulkan backend? Ooh, tough one. This is very technical. The correct answer is I don't know, to be honest. There is an article about Vulkan being integrated. I'm not sure if Plasma 6 is the deadline. I doubt it. It's something that is kind of happening. I'm not the right person to ask, sadly. Will rounded corners ever appear in KDE? Everything is rounded corners in KDE except the bottom of the windows. Everything else is rounded corners. Will Plasma 6 redesign the context menu icons and related? Will Plasma 6 redesign the context menu icons and related? The current ones in 5 are too rough on the edges. There isn't such plan simply because there's a lot of icons. It's very hard to go ahead and redesign all of them. But are you running low on questions? Apparently I do. But I mean, it's not like we're against it. We wouldn't want to have prettier icons, obviously. It's just that, you know, who's gonna make them? There's a lot. Does KDE suffer from lack of vision? Kind of. Like in big corporations, you have like a boss that decides everything and can just tell people what to do. And, you know, they decide everything. So there is a strong vision. KDE is volunteers. Everybody is doing what they want to do. So, but it's why it's so good, isn't it? Because we are volunteer based. So there's a trade-off to be made here. Yes, maybe our vision isn't as strong as Google's or Facebook's, but that's because we are all volunteers trying to put ourselves into the project. What's your programming education background versus what you learned outside of school? So technically speaking, in school, I only learned the very basics. But to be honest, everything I know is learned by myself. Like I never actually studied programming languages or programming at school. So it's my hobby. You maximize a window, snap a window, they become a square, you have rounded taskbar and this concert is inconsistent. You don't even notice it. It's such a small radius for the rounded corners, you don't even notice the transition. Personally, I don't think that's an issue, really. What are your thoughts on the impact of SteamOS at some point releasing a distro? Can't wait. Will be one more cool KDE distro. It won't have a significant impact, like everything is gonna change, not at all. But nonetheless, it's something that's very cool to have, so I would be very happy to see that. Just in the... Will Plasma Panel catch up to Latte? Nope, that's not a goal. That's not something we're looking for. So no, that won't happen. What are you looking forward in future KDE versions? What am I looking forward? The ability to customize touchpad gestures, for sure. That will be a very nice thing. But you know what? I'm mostly looking for stability and such. As far as features, we are in a really good spot, I think. So I don't have anything to say about that. What KDE project could use more attention? A lot of them. The issue is that, of course, we're lacking man-force, manpower. We need more people to help out. That's the sad truth. If you want some specific examples, all the K-Office suite, which is now called Calligra, it would be super cool to have that. Sadly enough, nope. So there's a lot of things that could be improved with more people working on them. Can you add more customization in the taskbar, like you can resize it or make it rounded? You can taskbar. I'm gathering that you're talking about the panel. Otherwise, I don't know what you're talking about. You can customize the taskbar completely, and you can also customize completely the look of the task manager. You have to do that through Plasma themes, which is the whole point, but you can do that. I find that Plasma 5 gestures are quite rough. Look, if it was easily fixable, it would have been fixed already. So the answer is obviously no. But I don't think that how they are natural feeling or not will change much in the coming up versions. I mean, I would love for them to improve a bit, but I'm not sure if that's happening. But I would love to have them be customizable. That's probably changing sooner or later. When can we see tiling stuff in KDE? KDE 5.27 has a tiling feature. If you're asking for full tiling, like what Bismuth does, you never. You will always have to use third-party scripts. What would you say is the best distro to experience KDE? There's not one single distro that I can just recommend to everybody. You have to compare them depending on your use cases. And to do that, I made an entire video about it, which is called What is the Best KDE Distro, which you can check out, and it compares all of them. What feature do you most want added to KDE? There are so many features already, it's so hard to actually answer this. I would probably right now go for just the ability to customize the gestures. I think that would be super nice. So I would really love to see that. Any news about Lattedoc? Not really. Like I did saw some commits, I think from Nicco to maintain it a little bit, but it's currently quite unmaintained, and there's not much to say, sadly, on top of that. Hey Nicco, so cool to catch a live stream. Nice. What do you think about KDE chess app? Nice. Personally, I think that Lichess, Lichess is an open source website for chess, which is super well done. It's honestly one of the best websites for chess, if not the best, to be honest. So in this case, I think we're in a situation where there's already such a good free and open source product that we don't need anything else. So I would never use it, not because it's bad, but because Lichess is that good. Is KDE looking for designers? KDE is looking for any kind of help. Any person that wants to help out and contribute, volunteer is very much welcome. So if you want to help out, feel free, join. We'll be very happy to have you. I love that about KDE, but I don't think that the lack of vision is because of okay. I think it's a cultural thing where in KDE there's a very commit-focused bias and not enough architecture. Quite the opposite, actually. There's a lot of architecture in KDE, and it's just that everybody sometimes is doing a different thing, even though sometimes people ignore the current architecture. It's a very complex topic. I'm not sure I can tackle it right now. What do you think about System 76 plans for Cosmic DE? Right now I'm in the situation where I would say, okay, if it works, it works, but you have to prove it to me. Because yeah, words are very cool. Now go ahead and actually prove that you can do this. They are trying. It won't be easy to prove, but let's see what they come up with. I decided not to have an opinion until it's done. I kind of like it not tied to themes, tying it to the theme kind of like the roundabout way. But yes, but there's so much customization that we cannot just... we have to tie stuff to themes, because otherwise we would have to make the UI super complex with thousands of options. So we just can't do that. So I also think it would be interesting for you to do a video on bug reporting terms. Yeah, I mean, it's fine if you do a bug report and you don't notice it's a duplicate. That happens. We're not mad at you, of course. There's basic rules for bug reporting, like follow the instructions given on the bugs.kdE.org and don't insult developers. And that's about it, honestly. Also file just one bug per bug report. Don't do like big, massive bug reports with 2, 3 bugs instead of just one for each bug. And aside of that, go to bugs.kdE.org and do your thing. There's not much to say about that. I've done a video about that, by the way. It was more than a year ago, but I did that. Windows doesn't totally use the OSD yet. I'm guessing that you mean CSD and not OSD, which is a different thing. We kind of no, we are not going to put buttons in the title bar that are for window actions. That's not going to happen. So that's a no. But I think the situation is fine as it is right now. Any plans on making Plasma more compatible with other window managers? Plasma is already compatible with window managers, i3 also. Nothing more to add. Are you secretly... is BFF like best friend forever? Ah yes, best friend forever. With Baby Vogue? Nope. I did talk to him more than a couple of times. But the relationship isn't Best friend forever. Let's say that. We don't hate each other, I think, so that's fine. But you know. Do you think Firefox is lower than Chrome? Nah, not really. Any news about the Breeze icon redesigns? I got the icons. Yeah. I managed to get the icons, which is very nice. Now I have to put in the work to see, what was missing, finish it up, and try to contribute it. So hopefully that's gonna happen. Maybe something goes wrong. Could happen. We'll see. How to start programming? Tough one. I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to say this. You just do. You just start picking tasks and working on them. Programming isn't like, it takes times to get used to it, but it's not that hard actually, if you take your time. Surely going to school helps, like most of our schools usually have some introduction to programming, which helps, but I'm not sure how to give more detailed advice, to be honest. I'm not a programming teacher. Well, to be fully honest, as much as I would probably do this anyway, I am getting a lot of donations, and that's what makes all of this possible, especially, the setup. I know you don't see this, but that camera right there was 900 euros. That light there is 60 euros. That light there, that's 50 euros total, and I have 10 more euros of light there. The capture card is 10 euros, cable 20 euros. It's a lot of expenses that I did recently, just even the monitor. I didn't have a monitor. I needed a monitor. 400 euros just for that. There's a lot of expenses that I'm sustaining to improve the quality and everything, to do better videos and such. So if it weren't for donations, I wouldn't be able to do this. So as much as I would try to do this anyway, I'm doing this thanks to the donation. So this is to say thank you. Don't thank me. Can we expect features of LaTeDoc in KDE panels? Nope. No. That's it. LaTeDoc is super complex, super customizable, and if the Plasma panel became LaTeDoc, it would have exactly the same end. Like I or anyone working on that panel would burn out, and then bugs. So no, that's not happening. I would love to hear your thoughts on it some more time, maybe on another stream of Distro. Yeah. No, it's a very interesting topic, obviously. Are you a cat or dog person? Neither. I hate animals. I just hate them. Please don't bring me anywhere close to animals. Do you like C or C++ more? Probably C++. I do use classes a lot. Is it possible to get Windows 11 tiling when moving the window to the top with just dragging plus the smooth animation when moving the window into the predefined template into KDE with the new KDE tiling? I'm afraid I don't understand this question. I'm sorry. Can you rephrase that? In your Plasma 5.27 release video, you mentioned that a new tiling system is meant to be extended by scripts. Is there any API documentation for it? Oh, good question. I didn't check. Let me see if I don't know, to be honest. Let me check, because that's where I heard of it. Yeah, no, there's no mention of this. I will investigate this and get back to you. I don't know right now, to be honest. Yeah. Very nice to know. Any plans of making Plasma compatible with Wayland's I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I didn't see any such plan, but maybe I just missed it. Who knows? So personally, I don't know. Can I use JavaScript to program a plasmoid for Kitty Plasma? You have to use JavaScript and QML. But yes, you do have to use QML for the interface, but the logic is JavaScript. So yeah. The column view to Dolphin is something that gets asked a lot. Nobody is against it. It's just very hard to implement. So who's gonna do it? What happened to your curtains cut? What do you mean? Curtains cut? What's that? Could you explain to me what you mean? By when will Plasma hire your real UI UX designers? And thanks for being kind and respectful, I guess. Okay, then let me ask you how you start. So personally, I started out with Scratch. Let me show you. This one. It's a good way to start, to be honest. It tells you about how coding, and it's very, it looks like it's for children, but I often suggest to use this to adults as well, because it's a great starting point. I'm not showing you anything. I forgot about that. Sorry. Let me show you. This one. This is Scratch. Scratch.meet.edu. It's a great way to start learning code, I think. I found your channel when it was around 500 subs. Hi, long time subscriber. 500 subs was a lot of time ago. What do you think of the Ryzen Mascot? Let me look at that. Ryzen Mascot. Is this the official Ryzen Mascot? This is not official, right? Oh, it is. Oh, anime girls are taking over the world. Nice. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do I like? Rap. Italian and English rap. In fact, I have a YouTube channel about rap. I have a TikTok account where I talk about rap. I'm a rap guy. If you have to fight an animal and could only choose between a bear and a gorilla, which would you choose and why? Tough one. Depends on the bear. Probably a bear, but I wouldn't be able to tell you why. Why not use the DWM? Because there's super complex to implement and nobody is working on them. As easy as that, sadly. Have you checked out GUIX and Functional Package Manager? No, actually. No, it's very interesting as a concept. I know of the general idea, but I never quite investigated it. So very interesting. Something that if I had more free time, I would look into. Column view, I'm not sure how to explain it. It's like you have many columns and every time you click on something, it opens a new column on the right. Thank to you users. Ha. I try. Thanks. Do you like Baby Gang? I don't know how to answer that. Is the question about Baby Vogue? As a KDE developer, where you spend most time in C++, QML, or some other language? Okay, so lately I've spent a lot of time in C++, but I also do a lot of QML. I don't know if I do more C++ or more QML. I do a lot of both. Other languages, you can, I mean, nobody stops you from using other languages. There's a lot of bindings for QML, Kurigami and such. But generally speaking, all KDE projects are C++. Maybe you can do Python, but that's not very easy to package. Baby Gang is an Italian rapper. Baby Gang is an Italian rapper. Never heard of him. Italian Baby Gang rap. Baby Gang. Rapper italo-marocchino. Wow, I never heard of him. From Lecco. Huh. Between 2020 and 2021, Baby Gang was convicted on several crimes, including defamation, infringement of intellectual property, and others. Nice. Robberies. Nice. Resisting arrest. Sentenced to 4 years in prison. Rappers, right? I also did some very complex stuff in Scratch. Scratch is very nice. What IDE do you use? I use Kate for everything, actually. I just love Kate. Kate is so nice. When will when will the KDE code base be ported to Scratch? Plasma 6, right? Yeah, I'm totally the best rapper. Dite che spendi stipendi, stipati imposti, stupendi, tra cui succubi, succudi. Dite che spendi stipendi, stipati imposti, stupendi, tra cui succubi, Oh! Dite che spendi stipendi, stipati imposti, stupendi, tra cui succubi di bittorrenti, succhi prendi e ti stendi e tendi, non mi comprendi, senti tu, non ti offendi se ti dico che se trendi prendi me, per esempio, non mi stempio per un tempio del divertimento, essendo amico di Baldan Bembo, sono un silenzio che può diventare musica se remo sghembo su qualsiasi tempo che frequenzio, con l'audio e l'autoradio, nell'auto che autoresto, faccio faccia con una focaccia, altro che l'autopasto capomastro, con vali di manovale ti ricostruisco gli argini di una serata passate ai margini della disco e mi stupisco. Do you know if C++ is similar to the concept of Python and or Java? Java and Python is pretty similar in concept. No. I'm sorry, but Java and Python are very much different in their concepts, like completely different. And C++ is yet another different thing. So no, they are very much different things. This one was a stanza from Caparezza, Fuori dal tunnel. What is the name of your rap channel? It's Nicco Loves Poetry. You know Nicco Loves Linux? Nicco Loves Poetry. Is it possible to configure an older application styles like Fusion? I looked into it for a ready user, but it looked like they were coded in C++. Yes, I mean, you can configure them by writing C++. That's the idea. Are you gonna try Post-Market OS on the PinePhone? I did try Post-Market OS actually. However, I couldn't get it to boot. I will try again sooner or later. But you know, it really depends on free time and such. So it really depends on this, you know. I'm doing, I know it doesn't quite look like this, but I'm doing a lot of things. So I'm just trying my best. I've actually done 2 videos, I think, on JavaScript and performance. The fact is that the core experience is in C++, and the JavaScript is more like snippets around the place. So it shouldn't have any effect on performance. So I really don't think that there's any issue with using JavaScript. No, I don't think I will learn only C. I'm really sorry, but I do know of Selfish OS. I know it's partly closed source, so not good, but it's also partly open source, so good. So, you know, conflicting thoughts of it. Never tried it, though. Sooner or later, I will. Does pineapple belong on pizza? No, it does not. This is very important. It's a common misconception. It does not. By the way, it's such a trip that I can just control the lights. I just love this. And I even can control this one. It's amazing. Like, oh, donations. Thank you. I don't know if you're following the live stream, but thanks, Pijol, Piol. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Thanks. The donation is in SEK, so Swedish krona. So I'm in Sweden right now. Does pickle belong on pizza? What are you doing? Pickle on pizza? What are you? Are you crazy? Are you using the KD tiling option? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a thing. You're not gonna like it. I'm currently not using KD Plasma 5.27. What version am I using right now? Let me check actually. I'm not on latest KD at all. I'm so behind. I'm using KD Plasma 5.24. 24. It's crazy. Yes, I'm lagging behind terribly on features. I am using KD Plasma 5.24. So, nope. Now we are not switching to Rust anytime soon. Mostly because Qt isn't made for Rust, really. It's made for C++, and you can see that. And also there's so much code, you can't quite change it. So no, I don't see that happening. Can you put pizza on a pineapple? I mean, it hides the pineapple, so I guess it's fine. Are there any specific developers that you admire? Can you say why? It's not like admire, but I do have great respect for all the core KD developers who actually know so much of KD. Like, I don't know that much of KD. I know a little bit. Core developers, I have very much a lot of respect for them. Your journey learning C++ development, is that a question? I read some books about C++. I don't remember the titles, but I read books and then I just start using them. Does a Scratchbox belong on pizza? Yes. Yes. When the developer does not use his creation. To be fair, I do have like I do have the latest version installed and I can switch to it for development. But the thing is, this distro that I'm using uses KD Plasma 5.24 out of the box, and I don't want to change distro. I don't have time to do that right now, so I'm just using that. Come on, we can make this entire stream about pizza. Let's talk about something else that's pizza. I've actually eaten a lot of pizzas on top of pizzas because it's quicker and you get to eat more pizzas by... Which brand laptop do you recommend? Mainstream brands? Gotta say, I am really happy with Dell. I'm using Dells right now. Well, that looks good. Like, I mean, they work really nice. They're like thin and light. I just really like them. There are better deals or something for the price, but I saved a lot of money to buy one, so ThinkPads are, also good still by Dell. No, KDE does not have a bug bounty program, and honestly, it would be incredibly hard to put one together. My first contribution was to Calligra, which is KDE's Office suite. It was a very small change. No, actually, it was Conqueror. No, I don't remember. It was either Calligra or Conqueror. I don't remember. It is hard to discover. You are right in that. Yeah. This one is a Dell XPS 13 9310 Developer Edition. I mean, if they are costly, go for something else. I don't know about all the prices in all countries. So, what do you think is the lowest PC spec that can run Plasma? I mean, I've used KDE Plasma a lot on my Pinebook, and that is really low specs. So honestly, if it runs, if it boots, it's gonna run KDE Plasma. What do you think about licenses without like reciprocal clauses like the Apache or BSD? Should we protect the freedoms of users with GPL-like licenses? Personally, I do prefer like GPL-like licenses. So yes, I do prefer those. I'm not like, if I do see a project with Apache or Apache, I don't know how it's that pronounced, or BSD, it's not like I'm gonna say, oh no, but I kind of prefer like. Let's keep open source. Yeah, the framework looks super nice, but they asked for a mainstream device, and that's probably not a mainstream device. And you hope that they'll end up in Plasma 6? Hopefully, yes. Hopefully the new icons should come to Plasma 6. I would be very disappointed if they didn't, in myself, I mean. Apache, oh, what a terrible pronunciation. Fedora or Arch, which receives the latest KDE? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, sorry. Do you see any of the older abandoned KDE apps getting some love again? No, I really love that. We don't have enough manpower. We don't have enough developers. It's not like a choice. I'm really grateful to 8th Doctor for trying to tell me the pronunciation of this word. I'm really trying. With this one, I guess, because I'm kind of confused whether you're trying to tell me A or A. Which one? This one is A, so I guess it's A. Apache. Is it pronounced Apache? Seriously, that's a bad pronunciation. I don't like it. How to narrow down the reason for Plasma Shell stalling sometimes? You can try to restart Plasma Shell from console and look at the output. Maybe it tells you something. Otherwise, I'm not sure what to suggest you. When do you think KDE will catch up to GNOME in terms of better out-of-the-box support for tablets, computer, and touchpad gestures? I don't know. Maybe very soon, maybe never. It really depends on whether people contribute to this part of KDE Plasma. I don't know. The cool thing of QML is that, in my opinion, you don't need to learn QML to contribute to QML. It's actually really easy to use. So you can just learn the very basics and then you're productive already. So it's very nice. Do you work as a freelancer or are you an employee of some company startup? Literally all of my earnings are thanks to the donations to this channel. I cannot stress that enough. I'm actually very transparent about my earnings. I can show you. I have a table. This is all of my earnings so far. This is literally everything I earn. Like this is not about the channel and that's it. And this is it. My goal is 700 and I'm super happy because I passed it last month, this month and November, which is amazing. And you can see that the blue and yellow bars are donations. The red bar is YouTube ad revenue. The green one is sponsors. I did a sponsor this month. I did one back then. And the light blue one is other work that I do for external, like other YouTube channels as an example. So that's it. Like that's all of my earnings. There's not, oh, I'm covering the important things. So look, take a look. This is the graph. Apache. Okay, Apache. What KDE apps or Plasma features do you think needs to be rewritten from scratch? Rewritten from scratch is very strong. Usually we don't have enough forces to rewrite something from scratch. The task manager. Yes, I'm gonna rewrite the task manager from scratch. The task manager seriously needs a rewrite. I'm not sure I can help you with that. Does Arch even have DPKG? I don't know. Can you talk about the privacy issue with Windows and Mac? Do you care? I mean, what are they gonna do with individuals' data? I'm not the right person to ask, to be honest. I don't know about these things very well. I don't think I would be able to give you a nice overview of the technology. Do you think we should start moving to AGPL for things as more things move to the cloud and become services? I actually don't know the difference between GPL and AGPL. I will read it, but right now, to be honest, I don't know the difference. I'm sorry. How to update the drivers? I'm sorry, I'm not Google. I know I look like Google, but I'm not. Yeah. I guess that, yes, Apache. Though I think if I understood this correctly, that's the pronunciation. Makes sense. I am a computer science student. Hi. I was wondering how can I start contributing in open source? You can tell me what should I study for it. It would be excellent. If you are a computer science student, the best advice I would give you is to start seeing how open source projects work from the inside, even if you don't contribute. And to do that, you, as an example, join KDE chats. that gives you a nice overview. You can do that by going to kd.org and then you click on Get Involved, and you can just choose something like development. And there's a lot of instructions there. So I would really suggest you to go to that web page. Sorry. Rounded core again. This was already asked. Very nice upwards trend. Yes, I'm very happy, and that trend has allowed me to do so much cool stuff that I couldn't do before, like a new camera, a monitor. These kind of things are only thanks to the trend. Hopefully it goes on, so I will be able to do even more cool stuff. Like if it keeps going on, as an example, I would be able to hire somebody to do editing, which is something I'm not good at. You can see my videos, so you know I'm not good at editing. So it would be awesome to hire somebody to do the editing. I need much more money than I have right now to do that, though. What distro and desktop would you suggest for that use case? Ooh. For schools. Ooh, tough one. It's something that has to be stable, reliable, and that you can't mess with. Probably GNOME. I would probably suggest GNOME for that specific use case, but it might also make sense to use KDE with kiosk mode enabled. I don't know how well that works. It's an option though. The distro, probably Ubuntu, just because of how much support there is. Like a lot of people use Ubuntu. There's a lot of articles about it, so it's a bit easier for first commerce to get support. Yeah, I thought that. I thought that's my thought as well. What parts of KDE do you think require the most attention, collaboration? Like if you were a KDE dictator, where do you apply the most focus to? Where do I apply most focus to? Hey, it's so difficult because there's so much going on. KDE is a desktop, and maintaining a desktop is a lot of effort. And then there's all the frameworks and all the applications. To be honest, I wouldn't even know where to start. There is so much stuff, and I'm so grateful that people actually correctly manage work, and we are able to maintain all of these things. Like, it's very amazing that everything works. So I totally wouldn't be able to tell you a specific part of KDE that requires more focus. Why do a normal man needs privacy if he has nothing to hide? That is a very common question that has been answered by a lot of people. And again, I don't think I'm the right person to address that. So if you just Google the question, I'm sorry, you get tons of answers. So I wouldn't be able to address it properly. Text snatcher, I actually have no idea what that is, sorry. That could be an idea. Could be. How to become a KDE developer from the subcontinent? Go to kd.org, click on Get Involved, and get involved. There's a lot of instructions, a lot of them. If you just go through the whole thing, you'll have a very clear idea on how to join the project. If you weren't a developer, would you still use Linux as you do now? I don't know. When I started using Linux, I wasn't a developer. Like, I knew how to do some Python stuff, but I wasn't a developer. So probably, yeah. What do you think of tech cooperatives? Is it tech or tech? I always get that wrong. I don't know anything of them. Another thing to learn about, I guess. Worker-owned cooperatives. Oh, cool stuff. But I am not a developer. That, I think, defeats the point. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. No, I totally want to learn more about this. Baseline. Okay. Cool stuff. No, very interesting. I will go through that. Tech. Okay, thank you. 8th doctor is my like pronunciation teacher. Where am I? Is a CSE degree really worth it? I don't know. I didn't get one. I don't have one. I'm getting a degree in mathematics. Mathematics. And you come asking me if computer science is worth it. I'm doing mathematics. I don't know if you get the point. Will KDE Plasma 6 break compatibility with Plasma 5 plugins widgets? To some extent. Some things are going to break, some aren't. As an example, data sources are going away. Some widgets use them. Those widgets won't work anymore. So technically speaking, yes, compatibility will be broken, but the hope is that at least most widgets should still work out of the box, I think, but I'm not sure. Too early in development to say that. I really like GNOME's two-directional touchpad gestures. Those are very nice. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing a mathematics degree. Is there something you'd like to see in KDE Plasma but now it's not possible to create because of the low amount of developers needed? Or it's an unpopular opinion and most of users wouldn't like it? Let me think. I don't know, KDE Plasma right now, it's so perfect. I just want bug fixes. It's so perfect. What else would I even want? I don't know. Seriously, I don't know how to answer this. Oh, nice. I'm very happy to hear that. What do you think of Vim and or Vim motions for programming? I never quite got into Vim. I can see the appeal, but I mean, what opinion should I have? Cool thing that I don't know how to use and that I don't know and that I don't use, but nonetheless sounds very cool. I think this is too specific of a question to ask me. There is a KDE development chat that you can go ahead and you can ask this there. So, you know, it's more likely that you would get an answer. I wouldn't be able to help you like this. How did you start with Linux? How did you start with open source? Why did you even contribute to it and became a volunteer? So I started with Linux roughly 5 years ago. I can't tell you why. I just felt like I wanted to try. I just, said, I know Linux is, no, actually I did use Linux even before when I was 11 because my parents got me a computer. It was a Windows computer, but I was like an edgy teenager. So I decided to download virus from, I actually watched a YouTube video on how to make a virus for Windows. And in doing so, I destroyed my computer operating system. So my parents just installed Linux. So I was using Linux at 11 years old. I started contributing because I wanted to be part of such a cool project. Like, I totally loved KDE. I thought it was one of the coolest projects I had saw, and I wanted to be part of it. What do you think about OpenSUSE Micro OS? I don't know anything about it. To be honest, I don't know anything, sorry. Is Plasma 6 really coming next year? No, it would be either late this year, like October, November, or next year. Why? Because we need time to develop it. By the way, what is a CSE degree? Like computer science and engineering? Computer science and engineering, yes. Would you like to see LEMs receive some love in the future? I mean, why not? They are fine, I guess. There was even a merge request about it that was never quite finished, so not against it. I'm fine. What is the state of Plasma Mobile in your perspective? Very much still in development. I don't think it's ready for daily usage for the vast majority of people, but still an impressive amount of work that we are benefiting over the desktop side as well, because a lot of the applications done for Plasma Mobile are work very well on desktop too. Suggest the best way to extract text from screen in Linux. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sorry. You have to use Google for this. So the thing is that most add-ons shouldn't be able to mess with you and different components. They are designed not to give enough space for attack surface. Themes, as an example, are designed not to run any code. Of course, I guess that like widgets should be run in a container in the sandbox, but that's very tough to implement, I guess. Not sure about that. My parents are tech savvy to some extent. They both prefer, like, they're not programmers. They do use computers. My father in particular uses a lot of has used computers throughout his life. So they both use Apples though. What do you do for a living? This. Videos on YouTube. That's what I do for a living. I think Katie starts to think seriously about security. Yeah, could be. I don't quite, I never quite thought about it. Could be. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. IoT, I know. BC, I can understand. CYS, cybersecurity. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I keep getting asked what feature I would like to see in the future releases. The thing is that KDE has so many features already. I don't know. It's perfect. I would just like to see more bug fixing and better, more good looking stuff and better applications. Features, we already have all of them. Yeah, I'm very much happy as we are now. That's a good question. The thing is that GTK, I never used GTK. I never used it. I wouldn't be able to give you a good answer because seriously, I just never used it. I don't know how it works at all. So, what is the most anticipated KD6 feature for you? I am currently, there is no feature that's gonna land in KDE Plasma 6 in particular that I know of. Oh, thanks, Peter. Thanks. I was saying, there's no like particular feature that, you know, maybe later on there will be some features to talk about, but right now it's just, you know, porting to Qt5 to Qt6. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Thanks. I put in a lot of effort to make them work, and in fact I'm still working on floating panels. I'm almost done with a new round of improvements that will take shadows and better defloat. So we'll get there. They're getting even better. I'm very happy that you like them. And thanks again. I was pleasantly surprised that SteamOS for Steam Deck uses KD Plasma. Oh, same. Same. I was super happy to see that. Yeah, it's amazing. I will get a Steam Deck very soon. I'm having issues buying it because my credit card is Italian and I'm in Sweden and I cannot use Italian credit cards on the Swedish Steam store, but I'm trying. Nice, nice. What parts of English do you think were the hardest to learn? I'm not sure how to answer this one because, like, I never had a lot of issues like learning English from textbooks and such. The thing is that when I started doing videos, now that I do videos and talk in English every day to all of you, actually being able to formulate all the sentences, get the pronunciation right, not stutter, these kind of things are incredibly hard, even though I've spoken English for really a good part of my life. Like I've always done a lot of English stuff. So it's that really. Hello. Nice to see you here. Yeah, those are hopefully going away with time. Wayland is getting better and better. Like Plasma in Wayland is getting better and better. Is the EO bug in NM? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you explain a little bit? I am from India. Hello. Hi. What kind of apps do you feel like Linux is missing the most? Network Manager, right. What kind of apps do you feel like Linux is missing the most? Google SketchUp. Oh, come on, we have Blender. We have Blender. Maybe it's not CAD, though. But like Blender is so good. I'm actually learning Blender right now. I'm doing a lot of Blender stuff. It's amazing. It's such a nice piece of software. What do I feel like it's missing? You know what? Right now, I would love to see an open source alternative to Notion. I don't know if you know what Notion is, like the notes stuff. It's interesting, but to be honest, I want something open source and that works better. Like Notion is trying so hard to make me hate it, but I have to use it because it's so well done. No, it's badly done, but it works, so I need to use it. Yeah. Blender is a lot of fun, really. I've read it's a new update of Network Manager. Okay. I have no idea. I didn't. I'm not aware of this bug. Sorry. What are the benefits of Qt6 over Qt5? Please mention. I feel like a chat GPT right now. What are the benefits of Qt6 over Qt5? Please mention something that a normal user can notice. Please express yourself in a formal language. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I didn't follow this at all. That's. I know it's probably not the answer you want to hear. I don't know. But yeah, I don't quite care. Like, I'm not supposed to work on it. I'm doing completely different stuff. I'm still on Qt5. So I will learn the new stuff with you. There is FreeCAD. I've never used it. How's Wayland? Yeah. I can check it out. The thing is that I've heard a lot of people saying that this other thing is an alternative to Notion, and then I look into it and It's not even close. Let me show you what I do with Notion. It's actually quite cool. So, ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum. So this is my school notes. And you can see that I have my math thingy with all the different thingies. And I have like thick maths of crypto. And sure, I can have an article with math, typesetting. Oh, which I have to finish. I'm lagging behind. Oh no. But I also have like this table where I have sub-articles for each thing. And then I can set corollary, definition, example. I can just move them around. And I can just set whether I've studied it or not. And then I have like this one where I have a table with all the statistics that for all the videos that I do. And then here I've got a super big table with all the videos that I do, like this, all this kind of stuff. And then a super big table for all the videos. Look at these kind of things. It's very hard to do this in anything else, to be honest. Why do you cut your hair? Because it was too long. My hair was way too long. I mean, come on, it looks so much better. You cannot see it much but much better. My girlfriend says that I'm more sexy like this, so I am. Can you send me the link, by the way? Yeah, but again, I don't think that OneNote can do this many tables and board view stuff. That's a really game changer. It's going nice, going nice. Suggest which window to snap. No, we don't have any option to do that, sadly. Currently, not a feature. If you can find one, I would be very happy, but hear me out. I would love to visit Antarctica. Like, it's my dream to one day be able to fly over Antarctica and live there for a couple of weeks. Or a year, I don't care. I just want to go to Antarctica. It's my dream. One day I will go to Antarctica. What about the university session? Could be better, could be worse. Honestly, it feels like there's too much math. Feels like there's too much mathematics going on right now. Of course, I went for the degree of mathematics, so I kinda I could expect that. So weird. What one application would I be contributing to? Probably Calligra. Probably. If I had to pick one, I would go with that one. Thank you. Nice. Yeah. Yep. Sad face. Sad face. It's been almost 2 hours, so I will go in like 5 minutes. You are warned. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? That would be so cool. No, if I manage to go to Antarctica, like, I'm gonna do cool stuff to remember it. How many feature requests are too many for you? Now, the thing is that there's no limit on feature requests. But of course, I cannot do all of them, which means that you can ask. I can just go and say, well, yes, it would be very nice to have that. And that's it. That's the best I can do most of the times, sadly. To be honest, I totally love mathematics. I absolutely love mathematics. Of course, you know, there is a thing as like mathematics overflow. Right now I'm stuck on this problem, which is like cryptographic weird thing. I've seen Obsidian, but it didn't look like it fit my use case at all. Obsidian. Oh, thanks. There's a cat. I didn't know you could do that. There's a little... No, it's a dog. Sorry, it's a dog. I got confused with the Nicco. It's a dog. I didn't know you could do that. That is so cute. About Obsidian, yes. I did look through it, and I don't think it can do what Notion can do. It looks like a very different thing. Like the columns, the board view. Yeah, wow, Super Chat is nice. Little dogs. Video recording is not becoming illegal. That's a bit more sophisticated than that. I've done... Wow, this comment is very weird. I would suggest that you go check out the video I've done called Fedora Did the Right Thing, which talks about that. But this is too much. Like, browsers aren't illegal. To write a mathematical expression, you have to use LaTeX. That's it. You have to learn LaTeX. As soon as you learn LaTeX, everything is going to be easy. Mathematics are never useless, especially if you use computer science. Computer science has a lot of mathematics inside of it. If you think it's useless, it's just that you haven't met mathematics yet, but it's not useless, believe me. I do not have a Signal group. I do have a Telegram one. That's the best I can offer. Read mine. I'll check it out. Kile is so good. Yes, Kile is very good. LaTeX. Oh. LaTeX. Learn physics and the word is in the problem survey. I don't quite like physics. The thing is that in my university, the Department of Mathematics and the Department of Physics are literally next to each other. And I very often go, like, walk the door. I go into the physics department and I start saying, like, you know, mathematics is better than physics. And I start having fun of the people studying physics. So, you know, I can't quite go ahead. Yeah, I mean, LaTeX is super useful for a lot of stuff. Any typesetting stuff, it's super useful. LaTeX. I think I'm gonna go. Nicco, have you ever tried some other distro? Yes, I've used Arch for a bit. It was fine. But I mean, it was fine. I don't have anything else to say. No, physics is really useful, especially because if nobody studied physics, I would have nobody to make fun of. So you need people studying physics. I said, go watch my video where I talk in depth about this. I cannot spend 10 minutes talking about this right now. Go watch the video. I've done an entire video about it. And it's not without any reason. There's very much reasons. Thanks everybody for following, and see you next Sunday. Next Sunday I will do another live stream. And this one will be the first question I address next Sunday. Thanks everybody.